My name is Scott Elrod. I am the inventor and the CEO of Ozonics. We do it one individual at a time. We do it one individual at a time. We don't sidestep on quality. But we're a small growing company, but we are so focused on our end consumer. We want them to have a positive experience every time they're in the woods with our product, and we fight every day to make that happen. Don't put this on there. It was heartbreaking. Get flooded once. Anybody who's been flooded knows that this is no joke. It changes your life.
This is all happening right now as we come on the air, and the situation is unfortunately dire.
Let's get straight to the breaking news. Harvey provoking an unfolding flooding disaster.
People trapped in their flooded out homes. They are fleeing to their attics, taking to social media, begging for a rescue. Barreling through Texas, collapsing buildings, plunging hundreds of thousands into darkness. Harvey likely to stick around for days upon days, dumping more and more rain, exacerbating the flooding that's already happening and hampering officials from getting out to make those rescues.
Floodwaters recede in some neighborhoods and families are coming back. A new assessment tonight. As many as 100,000 homes damaged by the storm.
We go and we have to take a boat into our house, and we go right down the road in a motorboat, and it's about 3 to 4 feet deep the entire way into our house. And parts around our house are some places 6 to 8 feet deep. It was not a life-changing event for my family right now. For some families, it was. They totally lost everything. Some family members that went to school with my kids, they lost their dad. That's a life-changing event. Delaney's my youngest daughter of 3. I have 3 daughters, Mackenzie, Sierra, and Delaney. And Mackenzie makes me proud, and Delaney and Sierra does, and Delaney makes me proud. She's my last daughter at home. She's developed a true passion for archery. She's very good at keeping things in perspective. And things like that do not get her down. As long as she kind of has her sisters and all of us around, those kids, they know everything else is kind of overcomable. Part of the reason I want to make sure she came here is she's been asking for so long, and that kid has been now through a flood twice, and so it has really altered her life, her last 2 years of her being in high school. And she was just, it's stressful on a kid when you have to go rent the house, you don't get to be at your place, and so she just appreciated the break, and coming up here was a great relief.
Hi, I'm Delaney Elrod. I'm the daughter of Scott Elrod, the inventor and CEO of Ozonics. I love Ozonics just as much as he does. Because, I don't know, just Ozonics has always been there. It's just it's kind of in a way a younger sibling. An annoying younger sibling that you want sometimes to strangle, but no matter what, you love it. So we got flooded last year and we got a foot of water, and we were out for 7 months, and that sucked. But people had it worse than us, so we were trying to get past it and still be positive. And we got the house finished and we got to live in it for 8 months. And then Harvey happened and we're gonna be out of our home and we literally just got back in. But life is gonna continuously throw stuff at you, so you gotta be able to accept it, move past it, and learn from it. And that's all you can do, really. You just gotta be able to smile through it, smile through the pain.
Upon picking Scott and Delaney up at the parking spot and the ride into camp, it was quickly apparent that this trip was much more than simply filming hunts, and as quickly it was apparent how resilient and positive Delaney was. With many of us in camp as fathers to young daughters, the relationship that Scott and Delaney had was a glaring example of our own goals as our own children get older. As evening fades, everything was ready for the next morning and the start of their hunt. As the sun rises over the northern boreal forest of Saskatchewan, Delaney is set in her blind for the day, and it doesn't take long for the deer to begin to move. Often all smiles and an incredibly positive attitude even in the minus 35 degrees Celsius cold. Delaney's 10-hour sit passes, seeing several deer, several bucks, but not the deer that she was looking for. "16 miles away in Scott's blind on his first day, deer sightings were also quick and many, and Scott enjoys his first time hunting in Canada. Also seeing several bucks, Scott's first day passes without the opportunity at a mature deer. And Scott and his cameraman pack up to head back to camp to meet up with Delaney, warm up, and enjoy a nice hot meal. Spending more time at camp with these two continued to show that even in the face of a devastating hurricane, rebuilding a home, all while trying to run a growing company, the focus never wavered from family and helping anyone they would come across. As night passed and day 2 arrived after a slow first day, today would be a very different day for both of them. Having moved for day 2, Delaney was set up and ready, and shortly after sunrise the deer began to move. What an amazing change of pace it must be to take a break from the stress and have a moment to just sit and enjoy these beautiful animals in such a beautiful place. As Delaney enjoys a slowdown of life at camp with a nap, things over at Scott's Blind are about to get very exciting. The deer begin to watch the ridge, and then Scott and his cameraman see movement.
The cameraman, he looks at me and he points right on the outside of the blind. It was this white bottom, black top wolf that was just beautiful, come just storming in. And then it just kind of hung up and stopped. It was one of those things that you sit there and you're a little bit in awe by what you're getting to witness.
As they look closer, they begin to notice more wolves. Now with 3 wolves within sight, an exciting yet eerie feeling grows, while witnessing something so few get to see.
The young man that I was with, he points less than 12 feet away from the blind, and there's a black wolf standing right on the side of the blind.
I mean, what a day. I mean, you come on out here, you're going deer hunting, and that's the one thing you don't expect to see, but it just, you want to talk about making your day. I mean, how often do you get an opportunity to see that, you know? What an opportunity, you know, and so I'm just glad to be here. I mean, we were both just kind of just so pumped up and excited to be able to see something like that in the wild actually happening. Those wolves were hunting, and we got to watch them doing what they're doing. And I know they're hard on the deer population and everything needs to happen, but to be out here and to witness it, I mean, what an honor.
Back with Delaney and her blind, things were about to pick up as well, when Delaney spots a buck to the right. And quickly realizes it's the buck that she is here to try for. And when given the opportunity, Delaney is ready.
excited. This is amazing. I'm so happy for this opportunity. He's amazing. Yes, sir.
I was waiting for your call all day. Get one?
Yeah.
Oh, good camera. You didn't go far. Good job. And that's your first archery deer.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, well, we've been talking to Buddy, and he's been for about 2 years about getting you and your dad up here and having a little bit of fun with us. And
it is a lot of fun.
There's one thing that really has blown my mind the last couple of days is how much your dad is going to miss you in the next, because you're going to college, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
He is going to miss you a lot. So he's going to be super proud of you. We'll get your tags and we'll get them tagged up and head her back to camp.
Yes, sir.
Good job. That is a beautiful, beautiful.
Up here deer hunting, it just kind of makes you just glow inside. I mean, and she takes a passion in it. I mean, how do you beat that? In Saskatchewan, in the snow. This is a Texas girl you're talking about. It makes you just kind of, it makes you so happy inside when you can watch that happen. So I thought, you know, this is not just going deer hunting, this is an adventure, you know, where we get to leave Texas and all that we've been through, and we get the opportunity to come up here to Saskatchewan and go deer hunting. And so for her, it's been a wonderful experience.
And this is my first time, and I have to say I was so psyched. And in all honesty, I was so excited, but I was so scared of the cold. It was epic. It was better than what I imagined.
Thank you. Thank you for hunting with us. It was so refreshing to see Scott and Delaney, truly in the face of disaster, remain focused on family, the bond between them, the experiences they share, and love. A true example of the ultimate goal any father would have for a relationship with his daughter and for raising children. Scott's strength as a businessman and as a father, his unwavering dedication to taking care of his family is something to be admired. And Delaney's maturity, strength, kindness, and compassion is something that video nor words can explain. A teenager that in a world of new social pressures, iPhones, and even disasters, yet she remains focused on that which really matters.
There's only really two things that I could have lost that really mattered to me, and that would have been my mom and dad. And I didn't lose them, so I could have lost anything else. It would have not affected me, because as long as they were out and they were fine, that's all that matters. Because things can be replaced, people can't. So that's my viewpoint, at least.